you. It's been a while since I last spoke. What I'm quickly gonna do today is talk a little bit about ship welding. Reason being, server I'm playing upside down. Quite a few times in chat people ask about welding big ships. Well, we have a block limit of 10,500 on our biggest warships. So some people wonder, how can I do it? So let's start off with a few basics. Now, some people, they do welding from the base itself. Now, in upside down, first thing that you have to do is when you get your base or when you build something, you have to use your faction tag and name the grid, and remember to press OK. Now the thing is, if you are building directly off any grid, and let's do this quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's throw a battery on that. Let's do the warfare batteries. Battery, and I'm a very hard working guy, and I built this whole ship of mine, and I name it DK1 new ship. Right, so it's named, everybody's happy. And then I come in, tools, and let's throw grinder in, grinder. And I'm a hard-working guy, my base, and so this side is my base, and I'm gonna grind this off. And my new ship is this side. Of course, you're doing a 50k ship. It's definitely gonna be larger than the base itself. So what has happened? Name is transferred to the larger grid, and this grid doesn't have a name now. So on our server specifically, that is going to get deleted. So first option we have, or best option in my opinion, is to use a hinge, because what you have now is, as you saw, my base is named faction base. This side doesn't have a name because this side is a subgrid, but I can name it. We can also call this faction my new ship. Now I have two grids named. Now what happens is, if I cut off this at the end of the build, this block specifically, the name I have used transfers to the new ship, but the name of the base does not get destroyed. Right. So first step, use a hinge and make sure that you name your base separately, and from the word go you can name your new grid even before you weld. So let's say projector, blueprints, this ship everybody has seen. Let's do the old grumpy. Now the thing I've seen a lot of people do, as you can see, this thing is now in the middle of my base, so I can't weld from there. And what I've seen a lot of people do is they struggle a little bit, they go, okay, program, projector, I think I can see the grid, it should be maybe, yeah, for me it's hassle. So G, horizontal, vertical, forward and forward, and then on the next hotbar I would do my pitch, yours. What I do is right click, just go down, click the one I want, right click, go down, click the one I want. So from this I want to swing it towards that welder. That's it. I'm happy with that position. Now all I have to do is move it. As I'm moving it, you can see there is blocks popping up. That is just means those are blocks that's ready to weld. As that happens, my camera is right there, so I can't weld from there. Well, what I can do is sacrificial blocks. Something I'm happy to give up to start the weld on. As I'm doing that, you can see the blocks that turn dark, those are the ones that's weldable. In the projector itself, you can also go in and you can tell it just show buildable blocks, and then I'll only have those ones. But it's tricky to figure out where your blueprint is if you're not seeing the whole thing. Okay, so let's pop up over to my little welder ship. So as you can see, pretty simple. On UD we can do 21 welders. I've got a bank of 5x4, by 5x3. My little cockpit. All my welders are on. Nope. And I actually left this on station. Now, this is a little bit dangerous. Maybe I'm gonna smack it. So, personally, I prefer decrease first, increase second. So let's decrease the power a bit. Alright, so she's not swinging like crazy. Now, this is also risky because I'm coming in straight to the blocks, but my welders are on. And as I'm coming, see, that is happening. My problem here is the blocks are also welding to the left and the right of the grid. Now if I'm trying to back up here, no, stop, I don't want you to do that. Alright, so welders, oops, okay, welders, of course, group them and hotbar them, total on off. Now this way, if I switch them off, at least I can move around a bit and try to get into a good position again. But you can even see with this style there is a problem. Blocks are forming where I don't want them, and the problem is going to be if I have anything over here I want to get back to weld, I'll have to go either up all the way. So a workaround that works good for that is as follows. But what my experience, just throwing out the controls on the hotbar just makes it so much easier for you. Alright, so now I'm going to do it slightly different on this one. On the projector, sorry, cockpit, control, projector. This one I'm going to say showing buildable. Right, so we know that is there. I am going to hotbar my decrease power, increase power, and then my welders. have them grouped, simple on and off. Now, the thing you see I've done different on this one, I've placed windows, or any block for that matter, but windows are thin. If you see the armor blocks, I am actually keeping the windows on with armor blocks, the flat armor panels. I have them blocking the welders. Now the reason I do that is the previous welder you saw, anything this side of the welder will also get welded up. And what the glass panels do is they prevent blocks coming being welded towards past this point. Past this point the welders cannot reach it. But from here, nothing is getting welded past it. The glass panels are in the way, they're preventing the welding. So it gives you the opportunity to do something like this. Let's do ship. And I'm moving up carefully, hopefully not smashing everything on the first thrust. Alright, so as you see, nothing got welded accidentally. Switch on your welders. You can go up now. And as you can see on the bottom, I don't have anything accidentally getting welded. This is also a good way to print layers. You just have to be careful. And of course, this is creative, so it's an instant weld. But you can slowly move up and down a row of blocks and get your welding done layer by layer without worrying that another layer is accidentally going to start blocking you from finishing this one. So I've finished the layer, I can move back one, move up, move to the sides. You just carefully go on doing that. Important thing I want to point out with a layer weld like this, if you have something, for example, like fuel tanks, literally that fuel tanks, H2, no, hydrogen, my bad. If you have a hydrogen tank, not the one I want, let's say the normal one, and you have something like this going off it, and you have you throw in a thruster. Now, if you're layer welding and you're going to be welding nothing here, because as this is moving past this layer, it can't weld it. It's being blocked by the windows. So this layer cannot be welded. This layer cannot be welded because this block still doesn't appear. And then when the glass windows reach this point, these two blocks could get welded. But this too won't get welded by the static welders, by the ship welders. My biggest suggestion is either have something, for example this was the ship block, welders is going to weld those ones, while the tank and the hydrogen thruster is not being welded. It can weld these two blocks, weld these two blocks, and then when it reaches this point, it can weld it. Or your option B would be have your armor or have your blocks that spaces them. But if you leave an empty space, nothing physically connecting these blocks as you are going down with the welder, the middle ones just won't get welded. This will get, if I had something like this will get welded, won't get welded, will get welded. But if I have that in and I see the window is coming down, that will get welded. Just a heads up. Now the second option, so basically the first couple of ones is I have a base, and I'm building directly off the base. Now, as you saw also, let me really show again. This one is named. I remove my blocks, and if I go here, I lost my name. So that is my biggest suggestion of building a hinge or a rotor, so that when you cut off your ship, you don't lose your base name. Okay, so what we have here, now this side we have our base, this side we have a projector ship. So on the base itself, my car goes, and I have my hinge, or in this case, a rotor. Welders, you can just switch them all on. 21 welders is the limit on the server. And my advanced rotor, one. And we can let it run at one. Right, same principle again. I have placed them behind glass shields, glass windows, so you can weld without other blocks accidentally actually welding in front of this welder and stopping it. Maybe, for example, a block spawns, work gets welded in there, and stop your welder from actually rotating. But now I do want to do something similar. And also the other thing you would notice is that my welder stays in the gap. A block gap is more than enough for vanilla welders. Right, so I'm pretty much in position, I think. We are on. Now the ship will be covered in this area, so the welders will reach all of it. And so just be patient. Nano welders. So same principle again, I'm making sure I'm nice and tight to it. And just a heads up, scraping it on the glass like that does create some speed problems. Control panel, advanced rotor, let's get a speed of 1 again. But I also have a casing. We'll switch that on. And the casing are basically nanobots that weld up a blueprint in this given area. So on our server it's a little bit nerfed that the nano welder is not super fast, but as you can see, there's a very important thing I did do here. I made sure that this zone is outside of. Go on. I know why. The thing is, the nano welder itself is actually pretty slow as a welder. It does take time to get it done. Thank you for watching. I hope this was useful and educational. and looking forward to see you guys on any of the servers. Have a wonderful